When Paddington Bear shared tea with Queen Elizabeth II at the Platinum Party at the Buckingham Palace in 2022, the internet melted. "Adorable," they said, or "what a clever stunt." But hold on, there's more to this marmalade-loving bear than meets the eye. The Queen doesn't just pour tea for anyone, you know? That battered suitcase and "please look after this bear, thank you" tag? They're packing a punch of history, heartache, and resilience. Let's rewind to Christmas Eve, 1956. Michael Bond, a struggling writer, spotted a forlorn teddy bear on a London store shelf and bought it as a gift for his wife. But here's the real kicker. This wasn't just a toy. Bond was channeling his memories of World War II. Back then, Jewish refugee children fleeing Europe arrived in Britain with tags around their necks, clutching suitcases holding their entire worlds. Similarly, during the Blitz, London children evacuated to the countryside bore similar tags. These weren't just logistics, they were cries for care and safety. Bond poured all of that into Paddington, a friendly bear from darkest Peru, with a duffel coat, a suitcase, and an iconic tag reading, "Please look after this bear. Thank you." This wasn't just a cute accessory. It screamed vulnerability, hope, and a plea for kindness. Paddington wasn't just a bear in a duffel coat. He was a refugee, a symbol of resilience and the enduring need for compassion. His polite yet determined personality, his hard stare for those who crossed him, and his knack for turning mishaps into lessons made him relatable across generations. Paddington taught us all how to try so hard to get things right, even in the face of adversity, and to always carry a marmalade sandwich just in case. Bond named the bear Paddington after the station near his home, thinking it would make the perfect name for the character. In the story, the Brown family discovers the bear at London's Paddington station, gives him his new name, and welcomes him into their home. His adventures, both charming and chaotic, became a staple of British children's literature. But his deeper message? Acceptance, kindness, and the idea that everyone deserves a chance to belong. And why marmalade, you ask? Because nothing screams quintessentially British like a jar of bittersweet orange goodness. Marmalade isn't just a spread, it's a cultural institution. This zesty concoction became a breakfast staple in British households after oranges started arriving from sunny Spain and Portugal in the 18th century. Add a dollop of colonial nostalgia and brands like Dundee's Keeler Marmalade, and voila, a British culinary icon was born. Marmalade isn't just Paddington's favorite, it's Britain in a jar. A Bear Called Paddington was first published on October 13, 1958, by William Collins and Sons, marking the beginning of a legacy that would resonate across generations. Over the decades, Paddington Bear has become a quintessential part of British culture. From marmalade sandwiches to stuffed toys, his influence is everywhere. In fact, a Paddington stuffed toy was the first item to pass through the Channel Tunnel in 1994 when British and French workers met, a symbolic nod to unity. So why did the Queen and her team choose Paddington for that iconic tea party? Because he's more than a bear. He's Britain in a duffel coat. He represents resilience in the face of adversity, the warmth of kindness, and the humor to laugh at life's mishaps. Paddington Bear might have started as a children's book character, but his journey from darkest Peru to Buckingham Palace is a story of hope, humanity, and heart. Whether he's enjoying marmalade sandwiches or staring down injustice, Paddington proves that even the smallest figures can make the biggest impact. Now, who's ready for tea?